For 8 long years now, I've been forecasting the current downturn in the market and a very large depression on the horizon. I felt like I was alone, watching a television rerun, screaming at the screen as a slow-moving train wreck moves to its final conclusion. The vast majority still doubt me. In fact, a few weeks ago, I got called a kook. I'm sure I'm going to be called a lot worse before this is all over. I'm okay with that, because the larger message just has to get out. The coming crisis is predictable. Economic disasters happen over and over again in very rhythmic natural cycles. In fact, every 170 years or so. The very rich know about these natural cycles. In fact, they become even richer because of them. For example, the Rothschild family, the world's banking dynasty, they made their fortune in the 1800s because of this knowledge. Naturally, they kept the information to themselves. In the early 1930s, U.S. President Herbert Hoover asked Edward Dewey, who was then the head of the U.S. Commerce Department, to look into why they had so many recessions and depressions during the 19th and 20th centuries. There were 12 in all. Edward Dewey spent the rest of his life doing just that and found thousands of cycles affecting real estate, animals, marriages, just about everything that happens on Earth. Now, he wasn't the only one to know about cycles. Dr. Raymond Wheeler spent his entire life with a team of about 200 staff analyzing the climate over about 20 centuries. He found regular cycles of 25, 100, 500, and 1500 years. I remember in the 1970s, everybody was worried about global cooling as the temperature dropped quite drastically. And now, of course, we're concerned about global warming. The pendulum swings and humans go crazy. It's actually been getting cooler on Earth since 1998. It's simply a natural cycle. Like the 4 seasons every year, a natural cycle. The sun creates day and night, the moon creates tides, and there are seasons. Winter, spring, summer, and fall. All natural cycles. Man is not in control of the universe. I know, a little bit of a shock. Quite the opposite, in fact. What Mother Nature wants, Mother Nature gets. So where are we now? Well, Dr. Wheeler found that when the climate turns colder and drier, which it has, that certain things happen every single time. We get civil wars, stock market crashes, pandemics, revolutions, riots, famines, large groups of people migrating. Any of this ringing a bell? Think of it as winter at a higher level. A colder, drier winter season that overrides our regular seasons. Dr. Wheeler forecast this colder drought to start about the year 2000, and it was going to last, he said, about 25 years. There are other cycles. You can see the 7-year market cycle by looking at the tops in the market. The 18.5-year real estate cycle is scheduled to bottom in about 2018. Now, it's one of the most regular cycles. And commodities have tanked, but the bottom is yet to come. They have their own cycle. What we have right now are a whole bunch of converging cycles, all heading down. So, it's time to get off the party train and get ready for winter. If you're prepared, you'll survive and thrive. If not, there's going to be some pain. So that's my wake-up call. From the kook, winter is coming. Get prepared and you'll do just fine. In fact, you'll prosper.